Hey guys, so welcome to my channel and thank you guys for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button right now. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment below, as I read all your comments and I try to reply to most as I can. If you want to support this channel, please join my channel membership that's called the Chatterbox, where I do exclusive live streams and exclusive videos. It's regular uploads there, and it's only $4.99 a month to join. You do have to be 18 years old or older to join. Now the camera may be a little bit off. I'm going to try to make sure that you guys can see what I'm about to do. I am going to weight my baby. I had the baby kind of already, had little just polyfill already. I put polyfill and stuff in the body. I had did that because I just put it together just for a little bit. These stockings, I got these from Bountiful Baby. You can just get the knee highs, and I like these because they're thick and they don't, the glass beads, you don't have to double up, the glass beads don't go through them. Also, real quick, the zip ties come in the body most of the time with the kids. Because I've already kind of used it, I didn't pull them tight. I may end up having to clip them and replace them, but we'll see as we get there. I've pulled out some glass beads. I may end up having to pull more, but this is how they come from Bountiful Baby in packs, and each pack is about approximately 1 pound. So even if you don't have a scale, you can use this to figure out your baby weight. Just remember how many packs you have. So if I use 5 of these, I know the baby is about 5 pounds. Plus the weight of the vinyl and the other filling. So I kind of guesstimate that way, but now I have a scale, so later I will weigh her. So the first thing I usually do, I have polyfill as well. I'll show you guys that in a minute, but I'm gonna try to I may get nonverbal because I'm gonna try to just work as if I'm not on camera. I'm just keep trying to glance up and make sure you guys can see. So I'm doing it. I took all my cloth off and everything because the beads sometimes spill, and then I'm gonna, wipe this off and clean my desk off really thoroughly so that I don't have any left for when I put my babies on here that's completed. So I'm just pouring it in this hole. I weight my babies very heavy, so I pretty much fill mine all the way up, almost all the way up. The least I will do is fill it up to like above the knee area, but I like to fill mine up. So I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see if you can see. But it's filled up to about right here. And then I'm going to put polyfill in there. So I am going to grab my bag of polyfill. I get my polyfill from Walmart. So I have something on the bag, but this is a big bag of polyfill. I just usually fill the polyfill in the store and kind of go with what I like. And then this I use in this part, but then I use the cluster fluff from Bountiful Baby that's real spongy, and I use 2 different polyfills in my babies to give it firmness in one area, softer in another type thing. So that's what I do. So I'll stuff this, and usually I will have caps, but I don't think I ordered caps with this one. I don't remember having caps with this one. So if I don't have caps, I fill this all the way up. But usually I put the caps in here. Let me check really quick. I don't think I had caps. Okay, so I was just checking because I have 2 of the same kit, so I'll put this leg over here. Sorry about that. I have two of the same kits, so I wanted to see if I would have had caps, I would have used it. So now I'm going to finish up this bag into this one, but I'm also going to go ahead and pre-cut another bag because I know that bag is not going to be enough for this leg. And I just kind of try to get it down as much, cut just enough in the bag so it pour without having to have a big opening and wasting everywhere. So I'm going to lean this up against that until I get through pouring these. Now I'm going to pour. Alright. Sometimes I don't go all the way down to the end of the bag. Just little tiny. I'm not going to try to get every single bead in there because I don't want to make a spill all over my table trying to get 5 beads in. So when I get it almost full all the way up to the top, just because I'm used to this and I know, I kind of shake the leg, I kind of wiggle the foot. I kind of squish it a little bit because I like to make sure I get it all the way down in the foot so that foot is good and firm. That means that the glass beads are all the way down to the foot. Then I can get a true estimate of how many beads are actually in there. So again, I fill that one up to about the same spot. So it's about right here. Sometimes it might be a little uneven, but you guys know, even with us, one arm, one leg is a little bit slightly bigger than the other one, so I'm sure it's okay. It's not going to be completely perfect unless you're seriously using a measuring cup, and I don't think it's that deep. So again, I'm just stuffing this in here. This is usually the easy part, just weighing this. I'm going to take the remaining glass beads in here. And you stuff in that polyfill for one, to fill up the gap of where the glass beads aren't, and then plus it keeps the glass beads from coming out into the body. Some people will cap them off with glue stuff like that. I don't do that because in this day and age, collectors tend to take their dolls apart a lot, reweight them, and I've gotten babies where the artist glued it shut and then I have to pry that crap off. And I mean, plus you don't want no glue to end up melting and all that stuff or something on the paint. I just stick to the basics. I mean, this is the way most people do it. They do have, like I said, some people are very particular about if it's capped off or not and all that and stuff, but this is the way I was told to do it from the very beginning. And then I just I did watch a video with the caps, and I like McPherson. When you order kits from them, they have the caps right there. You don't have to go and find the size for it. They'll give you an option to do it. And if you have too much, you just pinch it off. I didn't do that with the leg, but I'll do it later when I get ready to do it. I don't like it sticking out. I like it to be in neat. Okay, so now we got that arm. And I fill my arms almost all the way up and just leave just enough room to where I can stuff the polyfill. This gives a baby a really good flow of, you know, weight and heaviness. I don't like to hold a baby and feel like I got a teddy bear or the baby has no weight to it. I hate that feeling. Some people don't want their babies, you know, heavy for whatever, you know, physical limits that they may have or whatever. But for me, I like my babies heavy, so I weight my babies heavy. And so if someone doesn't like it, they would have to take the weight out. And I do the same thing with the hands, is get the weight down to the fingers. So like I said, as I feel the beads, ooh, see, I can't lean this over because it's so full. but I fill it all the way up to the top. Now, something I don't do often, I bought some powder wafers, which is these is the baby scent wafers. You can get these from Bountiful Baby, and it gives the baby the baby powder smell. I don't normally do that because people are funny about different scents, and I know for me, I have migraines, so I don't like to. I'll do it every now and then, but I put just a little in there. I don't overdo it because sometimes if I'm having a migraine, I can't pick up my baby, because if it's got if the scent is too strong in the baby, it will wear off over time, and you could just refresh them. I never put them in the limb though, because those things have oils and stuff in it, so you never put the wafers in the limbs, because I don't know what it do to the vinyl and the paint. But I'll put it in like the body. Like I will take one and I'll show you, and sometimes I'll put it in the stocking with the glass bead. But you could take it and I put it in the butt, because you know the diaper scent. I don't know why that's where I put it, but anyway. So I'm gonna cut another bag open. It look like I might end up having to get another bag, maybe not, because I have to weight the butt. So now I'm going to weight the butt. Well, I'm going to weight the stocking for the butt. And I am going to use a whole bag in here, because I like a lot of weight on the butt. So she got a pound of a butt, a pound of arms and legs, a pound and a half, I should say, of arms and legs. So far we almost at 3 pounds, because that's just a little bit left in that other one, which I'm going to use when I do the head. So this is it, and I just pull it really, really tight, but you could double tie it if that make you sleep better at night. But now, you see this? I'm gonna make my butt cheeks now. A little droopy. Some of these, I know this might look more like a bra for you guys, but this is the butt cheeks, okay? Sorry. So I'm just gonna take it and separate it. I didn't always do this right here, but I think I saw somebody else doing it, and one cheek is bigger than the other, but it's okay. I never really, to be honest, I just thought about that because I'm being cautious of what I'm doing right now, but I never really worry about if the butt cheek is one is a little bigger than the other. I don't tie it like this. I just kind of wrap it around like this right here. That gives me the ability to that gives me the ability to move it around when I get it in here. And I just, so like I said, I already had kind of weighted this, and I probably weighted it a lot more than I normally would because of the fact that I wasn't putting no glass beads or anything in here. So I am going to put one in this one. Sometimes I put a piece closer to the chest too. Oh, or sometimes I put one so when you lean over to the baby, I'll put one in the bag, the stocking, in the glass bead thing for the head. So I'm just gonna place this right here. I just put it in there. It's no particular way. I do try to keep the knot, the bigger knot, facing inside the body versus outside the body. That's just me, because I don't want to be feeling the booty and feeling knots and you think the baby got hemorrhoids. I don't know. Y'all don't listen to me. But I don't even, would hemorrhoids be that? Anyway, hemorrhoids, not hemorrhoids, but you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, that's good. You've been blessed. Anyway, so now baby got a butt right here, but I don't just leave it like that. Like, just then I have to put my polyfill in here, because I like the polyfill to cover up the socket, you know, just when I put the lamb, that it don't poke the stocking. And I don't know, it's just something I do. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and clip this, because I know it's going to be a pain anyway to get the head in there. I think it is. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this. We'll just put a new one on. I always keep extra zip ties anyway. Alright. It's just going to make it easier for me to get in and out. I'm just trying to take the old one out. There it is. Alright. So now we gotta weight the body, the inside of the body. So yeah, we are gonna need more glass beads. So I'm gonna take most of this out. Like I said, I only put it in like that because I was just using it for temporary purposes. So now we're gonna take another stocking. I'm gonna have to go climb the ladder. Oh, I need to hurry up. So this, I typically do a whole 1, 2. Now this one, I usually kind of make it kind of flat. I don't know why either. Sometimes I just don't know why. And then with this whole process here, it's mostly like a feel type thing. Like, I have to feel it out. If it don't feel right, I move stuff around. So I'll do that, and then I'll put some more. I usually use the firmer stuff in the back, but sometimes. Now I know all the stuff is gushing out the bottom, but I fix that in the end. This stuff here is this Angel Soft polyfill. Is very soft, but it's very messy. Like, as far as it stick to the body, like you have to keep pulling. You have little excess, little fluffs. So sometimes you could put another one like right here in the chest area, but for this baby, I'm not gonna do that. I don't think she's gonna need it. But I do like my babies to have a little push in the belly, so I'll stick it down and I'll push this up, like, I kind of shape, see? I kind of shape the body the way that I want it. There we go. And then there. Now I'm going to put firmer polyfill in the top in a bit, but right now, also the weight of the head is going to make it flop, so I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to go ahead and use these up, and I'm going to use the other bag the flop of the head will also make the body fall, make them fall right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one more glass bead. I usually try to keep about 20 to 30 pounds of glass beads on hand. When I get down to about 7 bags, I reorder because I know I weight my babies heavy, and I literally will not weight a baby at all if I can't weight it properly. That's just my thing. So a lot of artists try to save on money when they're doing their weighting, so they don't weight the babies heavy, but to me, it's just, it kind of defeats the whole realism purpose. Now, sometimes I don't put a whole, if it's a bigger baby and I don't want the head to be all that floppy, I don't worry about it being, the head being that heavy. And sometimes I don't put a whole pound in there. Like this one got a lot. But this baby got a pretty solid head, and I do want it to fall, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to... Now, normally I would have the magnet in. She doesn't have a magnet in. I didn't bring my stuff for the magnet stuff to put in here yet. I don't think so. I might have, but she also take a modified pacifier, so therefore I'm not worried about it. So with the head, I don't use my good soft fluff because there makes no sense to use that in there. So I go ahead and I put some polyfill in first. Well, if this wants to go in, it's only because I'm on camera. So I go ahead and put some polyfill in. That's what I do. That's the first thing I put. I put a little bit of polyfill in. Mainly because if the head was rooted, I put the polyfill in just in case, so this don't stick against the thing. Now this is the tricky part. You gotta work this thing in there. I usually go this way. I usually go in from the stocking, I think. So you gotta kind of mash it in. So I just kind of mash it in. So I'm gonna do that. But weighting the baby, it takes a little bit of time, especially when you're picky and you want to get it right. There's times I'll get a baby almost completely weighted, and then I don't like the feel of the baby, and then I cut the zip ties. That's another thing. I always try to keep extra zip ties on hand. And before I even was making babies or painting babies, once I learned how to put my babies together and reweight them, I always ordered from Bountiful Baby and kept weighting material on hand, because almost all the time I had to reweight my babies, except for when I got them from one particular artist who always got it right. So I kept this stuff on hand, and I always kept extra zip ties. One time I did a box opening and the leg just fell off. And I was like, I just laughed. Like, I wasn't even mad at the artist or nothing, because it looked like they had tried to put it on tight, but it just fell off. And it, you know, big time artist, well known, been doing it for a long time. And so I know they know what they're doing, but it just wasn't one of those things. It wasn't a big deal. I think sometimes, you know, all I did was cut the video. You know, I stopped the video, went and got my zip tie and put the leg back on. Now, You can put if you want the head to fall forward, you put the beads toward, you put the stocking, push it more towards the face. If you want it to fall more backwards, you put it more towards the back of the head. I used to put it towards the back of the head, but then I learned that I kind of like it to fall forward. So, and I'm just filling in the head. And then I realized that I like it to be forward. I didn't really, this one is so, it's a big, I put a bigger stocking than I do sometimes. So this one I didn't worry about it because the whole head is heavy. Now, this is just some of my extra zip ties. As take one of these. So I don't know how many bags we use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So baby, I'll use 5 pounds. I think, is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 5 pounds plus the polyfill plus the weight of the body plus the vinyl weight. So this baby, we could do a guess. I'll let y'all guess the weight, and we'll do that, and I'll come back in another video for that, and we can go from there. Now, I try to go ahead and fill this up. I used to like it to sink in, but I don't like it to sink in now. So I give it boobies, baby boobies over here. So I fill those pockets up. And then I fill up just enough of support for the head. I will kind of sit it in there to kind of get an idea. But the head is the last thing that I put on anyway. So let's get the legs on. And we're already going pretty late in time. So and it's normally not as hard, but like I said, I already kind of have pushed it, pull the ties a little bit. The ties are normally not this tight when you get a body, so it's a little bit easier to get it on. Okay, but since I had already did that, if you have access, you could pull it. I wasn't even thinking just now when I did that. I always make sure you're putting the legs on the right side and the right facing the right side of the body too. So I pull it as tight as I can so I don't have a leg fall off. But I also want it to be able to, the leg to be able to turn in the body. Okay. So this video is kind of long. I'll see if I can shorten it, but I don't know. And I think this is why people end up bonding with their babies, because by the time you do all this, you've put a lot of thought, a lot of effort into getting a doll just like you like it, only to sell it. So, okay. I don't normally do what I did this last time, which is like put the stuff in. Okay, I'm not gonna, this is just pulling. I don't normally do that, but this time I did it because I just couldn't stand it. I wanted to see her put together. And I wanted to take some pictures. Okay, the arm. I'm freaking out because this video is going extremely longer than what I thought it would go, but I guess you guys will see in real time how long it takes. And it literally would take me this long. This is about how fast I take putting it together. So Only thing I normally wouldn't have to fight with pushing. Okay, so I usually, video stopped after 30 minutes, but I usually feel the baby in my arms, see how I feel about it. Before I put the head on. And then I usually pull this a little bit so I pull this part of the zip tie, I pull it out just down a little bit so it's not that much of a struggle. And the head is, you want to get it tight enough, but you want to also make sure that the head can still turn. That is very important, because sometimes I'll tie it too tight and I have to put the pop the zip tie and put a new zip tie on, because I've done it too tight to where, so I like to look and see when it's leaning back, like is it a gap in between the neck, so to make sure that it's not gonna, because of the weight of the head, that it's not gonna come off. But I don't also, oh, you guys can't see, but I'm just turning it to make sure that it still turns very good, even though see, I might have went too tight just then. Okay, it's okay. All right. All right. Now I get to clip the zip ties. So I get all the way down to the, I use one of these. I think it's one of the things you use for like cuticles or something like that. You can get them at Walgreens, CVS, Family Dollar, but that's what I use for clipping. And I clip all the way down so that no sharp piece is sticking. So I go all the way down to the end of it and I clip it. And it's very important to get all the way down to the end, because that little sharp piece hurts. And you can go back and try to tuck them. I'll be honest, I don't always do it because they don't always tuck so easy. But if you clip this all the way down to the end part, you don't have to worry about it because you don't feel anything. So we got that clipped. Now I'm gonna clip the back for the head. Oops. Oopsie daisy. All right. So now we got a baby that's completely put together. And I will come back in a later video for you guys. Let me see if I can zoom in. So there you have it. You see that? There's no, you can't see the zip ties. All right. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Bye bye.